my name's Paul from Breads Foods. Today I'm here to show you how to cook our ready-made tea cake loaf. So this is actually a gluten, wheat and dairy-free with no added sugar. Tastes amazing. I can smell it from here through the bag. So product lasts in the freezer, shelf life 1 year. Take it out, defrost it. As you can see, it's already moving around the bag. Really easy to do. So once it's defrosted, before you do anything, make sure you turn your oven on to 175 degrees. You need to have your middle shelf free because that's where you're going to place this product. It's very important as well that you read the instructions on the back before you go any further, but hopefully this video will help you eliminate any concerns that you might have with this product. But should you have any issues or any questions regarding this product, then please email us at info@breadsfoodsltd.co.uk and we'll get back to you straight away. Thank you. So, going back to this, first and foremost, what do we need to do? We need a 2-pound loaf tin. In this, we need to line it with some baking parchment as we've done in previous. So what we've done is we've cut the corners on this product and we're going to then place it down like we've done before. We're going to place it down in the tray like so. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be beautiful, because the end product is going to give you that. So then, like I say, move a little bit of that mix away from the corner, hold the corner up, get your scissors and just cut that off. Then lift the product up over your baking, your loaf tin. That just comes straight out, straight into the loaf tin. Once again, we give you a little bit extra so that you're not trying to scrape every last morsel from the packet. Put that to one side. And then you just want to gently spread that out over the top just to flatten it so that you've got a nice even base. You can, if you wish, you can cut the sides down, but I would say preferably leave them up because this tin is going to come up quite high out of the loaf tin. And so you cook this for about 45 minutes, allow it to cool, and then you have beautiful spiced tea cake loaf, which is gluten, wheat, sugar, dairy free. Fantastic. And I'm sure you'll love it. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we're going to do a quick recap for all of you that are familiar in the kitchen with cooking and what have you. So we're going to go to the tea cake and we're just going to quickly put this into the tin with the baking parchment. Now remember, cut all the corners because we want this to sit in nicely without any creases. Make sure you leave the, the sides up high, don't go cutting it off. So you want to cut, make sure that you, when you cut your bacon parchment, that it's overlapping like this, as you can see. So it's overlapping like this. And what happens is, there's two reasons for doing this. Is one, it will help you lift it out when it's cooked. And the other is it actually protects it from burning because it's in the oven for a good 45-50 minutes. So then we just get the product. I'm just going to cut a little bit more off of there. And this is still quite cold, so it's probably going to take a little bit for me to push this out. But if you leave it out on the side, it's just come out of the fridge. We defrosted this, or took it out of the freezer last night and put it in the fridge. So you've just got to really squeeze it out. There's no... There you go, that's it. Just put that in the bin. So get a spoon or a spatula and just gently, so all I'm doing here is I'm just leveling it off. And you'll see that fills the whole tin perfectly. It's right up to the top. And then what we'll do is we're going to put this in the oven and for 45-50 minutes on 175. and then we'll come back to that and I'll show you it once it's been cooked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this in the oven. Hi, we're back again. Here we have the cooked products that I was showing you the quick recap of. Here we have our cookies, the tea cake and the brownie. 20 minutes, 7 minutes, 45 minutes, done. So I'm just going to quickly take you through each one of them. And so with the tea cake, as you can see, it's really easy just to lift it out, doesn't burn the paper, and it's protected, the tea cake. As you can see, that just peels right off. And this is a gluten-free, dairy-free and sugar-free tea cake. It's still slightly warm, but still should be good. You can slice it, and there we go. Lovely tea cake. And what you can do with this, I mean, you can have it the way it is and just put some butter on it. But preferably, I would toast it and then put some butter on it. Absolutely lovely. Obviously, if you're dairy intolerant, you would put dairy-free butter on it. But if you're not, indulge yourself. Go for butter. I'd highly recommend butter rather than any spreads that are out there. Just everything in moderation, I say. So yeah, so that's the tea cake. Really simple. Also, just let me finish on the tea cake. You can slice this up into any thickness that you require these, and then individually, you can cling film them individually, or you can put them in a tub all together and just take them out when you need them, and just toast them. You know, straight from frozen, just toast them. You probably toast them twice. Once to defrost them and the second one will colour them up. And that's it, finished really. So you've only got to do that once, and in your busy periods you can just take it out of the freezer and away you go. Let's do the cookies. So with the cookies, to take them off of the baking parchment, I can't see them staying there until they're freezing cold, because that's really what you need to do for them to peel off of the baking parchment. But while they're still warm, I recommend you either use a spatula, sort of an egg flip would do, you could get that underneath there. A spatula like this, which has a curved edge on it, it's easy to just slide underneath the product and just slide it off, or just use one like this, a normal one, most houses have these, but an egg flip should absolutely do the job, no problem whatsoever. And as you can see, they're perfect. And once again, you can freeze these down and take them out when you need them, like I said in the video. Let's go to the brownie. There's the brownie. Perfectly cooked. There you go, look. Bush. Lift it straight out. And then, what you want to do with this is get yourself a sharp knife. That's gluten-free. Like I said, so's this. It's gluten-free. The cookies are gluten-free. The brownie is gluten-free, dairy-free, and 99% sugar-free. Like I said, there's a very, very small amount of sugar in the chocolate. So we want to portion this up, depending on the size of your portions. So if we just cut it down the middle, I'd also recommend, as you'll see, because it's still slightly warm, you're going to get the chocolate all over the knife. But you can just leave it there, or just get a bit of cloth and just wipe it off. You don't have to take it all off, just the outside, because what happens is when it slides in, it all stays on the top. So you can cut it again like this into smaller portions, or you can leave it whole pieces like this and then you can cut them down so that they're oblong shape. I would start in the middle and cut it, and what you're trying to do is get even portion sizes, is what you're doing here. So these are obviously going to be very big portions if you cut them like this. I mean, as you can see, I cut that and just left the chocolate on there, and there you go. One chocolate brownie, as you can see, just the way a chocolate brownie should be. Absolutely lovely. And then we could just put these on a tray, put them in the freezer, cling film them individually, whichever you prefer, whichever's easiest for you, and then label them up and freeze them down. Really, really simple. Any questions? Send us an email or give us a call. Thank you very much. Enjoy.